Hi guys, and welcome to Live at LifeTime. So we are standing in Studio 1, and I've got a couple of my favorite instructors with me. We have Jen, we have Allie, and my name is Ruth Ann. We are going to bring you today about a 45-minute strength training routine that you should be able to do anywhere, at a hotel or in your living room or even maybe at the park if you take your kids for a quick play date. So a few things you might need to gather up if they're accessible to you would be some sort of platform, coffee table, the bench at a park, maybe even a really strong cooler that you could use for bench dips and an elevated split squat. You also need something slippery like a towel or some dryer sheets. I've even used paper plates before across the hardwood floor. You need two objects of equal weight. If you happen to have dumbbells at home, great. If not, no stress. Something from your cupboard, the milk jugs from your refrigerator, even some gallon-sized kitty litter. I was even thinking borrowing your kids' backpacks with books inside would be something useful for this. We're gonna use the object or the weights for a row. And then you'll need something soft to pad the floor. A yoga mat if you have one, or a towel. Even just laying on the carpet with maybe a blanket would be sufficient. So, ladies, anything else? Are we ready to go? All right, so we need to get the body warm before we start strength training. So, I want you just to find some space where you have some availability to move side to side, front and back, and we'll just begin marching in place. So I'm super excited to give you guys this workout today. I think you'll really enjoy it. We're gonna target all different muscle groups, top to bottom, front side and back side. Now I want you to take your feet wide, and I want you to start to slow your feet down and give me an air squat. So on this air squat, I want your feet wide, your toes are turned out at about 45 degrees. And we're just using this to get the blood pumping, the heart rate elevated. So I'm not super concerned about how low you go at this point. Give me 4 more squats. 3, 2, and 1. March in place again. All right, now we're gonna take that same squat, but we're gonna laterally step side to side. Whatever you feel is most comfortable to do with your hands. Some people prefer them on their hips. I like to place mine on my thighs. I need 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come back to center and maybe make that march a jog. You are more than welcome to keep it just at a march. About 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, now begin an alternating lunge. Rear stepping, please. We're warming up the squats and lunges because they are movements that we will see in the workout today. The jogging and marching in place just gets the heart rate going so that we flood our muscles with some blood. Get them ready to work. About 4 more lunges. 3, 2, one more time. We're gonna jog or march in place. All right, now we're gonna put the movements together and before we begin our workout. So in about 5 seconds, we'll do our side stepping squat. We'll go 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and then we'll do a few alternating lunges to the rear. In 4, 3, 2, side step squat. Other side. All right, now reverse lunge. 2 more, side stepping squat. Other side, 1 more squat. Now give me 4 alternating lunges. Just for fun, 1 squat, 1 squat. 1 lunge, 1 lunge. 1 more time through. Squat, squat, lunge, lunge, and march in place. Real quickly, guys, there's a few stretches you want to take. Maybe a quad stretch real quick. Switch sides. My favorite is always a side lunge. You take a big wide step, lean your hips to one direction, get a nice inner thigh stretch, one of my favorites. Switch sides. Okay guys, I hope you are ready for today's workout. We're gonna be working in blocks. Everything is in sets of 20, which feels like a big number, but a lot of it's gonna be body weight exercises, so 20 is a very good number here. It'll also kind of increase your heart rate, so we're gonna burn some calories. 3 rounds of every exercise. Does that sound like good, ladies? Okay, so first thing is an air squat. We're gonna start with our feet, hip width apart, toes forward or slightly turned out. We're gonna start with 20 air squats. You guys ready? Set, go. Now, anyone that knows me knows I cannot count past the number 5, 3, 4. So I'm gonna have to ask my friends behind me to help me with counting. Now the air squat. Your feet are firmly planted into the ground. You're pressing through all 4 corners of the feet. Big toe, little toe, and corners of the heel. You're gonna let your knees slide forward as your hips slide back, finding, if you can, parallel with your thighs, and then you'll stand up. Ladies, where are we? 20, awesome. Okay, we're gonna move into a side lunge. Take a big step out to the side, shift your hips towards that side, then I want you to drive that foot into the floor to come back home. Step out to the side, lean into that thigh, and come home. Let's move a little quicker. Now we're gonna do a set of 20. That's already 4. Now, how wide do you step? Really, it depends on your body, your knees, and what you're comfortable with. Doesn't have to be a huge step, but you do need to send the hips back, loading that side with the hip and the glute. Loading that side hip and glute. Where are we at? Whoa! 16, 17, 18, 19. One more makes 20. We're going right back into our air squats. Find your feet underneath your hips and begin. Now, what do we do with our arms? Some of us don't know what to do with our arms. We can place them on our hips, on our thighs, or we can even try to reach for the ground. Now, if you have long legs like me, maybe a long torso, you might find planting your feet a little wider will be more helpful. I gotta get in time with my friends here. Where are we at, ladies? Got 5 left. Are your thighs burning yet? And done? Okay, step together, alternating side to side lunges. Step wide, send the hip back. Again, hands, hips, thighs, or you can reach for the floor. The important thing in here is that your spine is long, you're hinged forward about 45 degrees, and then you stand all the way tall after each rep. How many left, friends? Thank you. You guys are gonna be really good at counting to 20 when we're done. And done. One more round, 20 air squats. Go. Now, because we're not worried about getting these done super quickly, I want to challenge you to stand all the way up out of your squat instead of cheating and only coming halfway up. Stand all the way up, erect the spine and chest. Where are we at, ladies? Woo! You can do a lot with body weight. You don't have to weight your body down significantly to get a great workout. And done. One more set, side lunges. I feel my heart rate up. My thighs are burning. But you guys are doing great. Keep up the good work. We're almost done with our last set of side lunges for the day. All right, friends, what number are we on? Yes! Here's 16, 17, 18. Are we done? One more, and finish. Catch your breath just real quick. Maybe grab a sip of water if you need. Our next setup will be push-ups. a row and tricep dips. So you'll need your soft padding, your mat, for your push-ups, possibly. You'll need your hard, sturdy surface for the tricep dips. And for the rows, we've got a couple options for you. If you don't have any weight at home, a kitchen table, or maybe if you have a swing set in your backyard, this could work. Allie's gonna show you an inverted row using something that you can hang underneath. So I'll have her turn that. It is a ballet bar, is what we're using in Studio One today. She'll turn it to the side so you can see how she moves through that exercise. All right, the order in which we're going: push-ups, rows, and dips. So if you have weights or your kitty litter or your milk jugs, grab those, set them to the side. Have your sturdy coffee table, cooler, or bench top ready. You guys ready? We start with 20 push-ups. So, all right, hands or knees. We'll show you lots of different ways to get through the push-ups. Hands plant just outside the shoulders. You're gonna shoot the weight forward so that your shoulders are right over the heel of your hand, and you've got weight equal in your knees and hands. 20 push-ups. Are you guys ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3. Now, I don't expect you guys at home to be able to touch your chest all the way. Maybe you only can give me a 45-degree bend at the elbow, and that is fine for today. What number are we on? Only 10? Jeez. How many more? Okay, 18, 19, and 20. Sit back, stretch through the chest. Help yourself up. Now, Allie's gonna show you the inverted row you could do from home. Jen and I are gonna use weights. So if you have dumbbells, grab them. If you're using like gallon jugs or even like a child, stretched underneath your legs, grab them by the back of the arm and draw them to your chest. Are you guys ready? Okay, you can see Allie is hanging directly underneath her ballet bar, or you'd be underneath a table. Her hands are just shoulder width apart, maybe slightly wider. All right, guys, we're gonna sink into our tabletop position and begin. We have 20 rows. All right, keep rowing. So you're gonna see Jen right here has a really long back to keep her neck just as long. Her eyes are tilted towards the floor. She's drawing the weights up towards her bicep and armpit, and she's pulling her elbows back into the middle of her spine. Her abs are drawn in tight, her hips are back, her knees are soft. Where are we at? Okay, 18, 19, and 20. All right, tricep dips. If you don't have a tabletop, Allie's gonna show you how to do these on the floor. Okay, so have a seat, coffee table, cooler, bench, whatever you've got handy. You're gonna wrap your hands around the edge, slide your hips just barely off the edge, and begin with the movement, lowering and lifting. Now, the best thing we see for the tricep dip is to keep your hips up into the bench. The further out you move your hips, it's gonna be a lot of tension and stress on the shoulder joint. And we wanna put the tension and stress on the tricep. Where are we at? Okay, 17, and you can see Allie's in that same position, elbow over wrist, hips back close to her hands, and we're finished, right? Okay, moving back to our push-ups. We've got 3 rounds, starting round 2. All right, so I'm not gonna be able to do all 20 push-ups on my toes, but I will show you a few of those if you would like. Hands a little wider than shoulders. Extend out to a push-up position, whether you're on your knees or your toes, and give me 20. Now, if you are in beast mode and you can give me the chest down, push up, chest to floor. It might take you a little longer, and that's okay. And maybe not all 20 reps will get completed. What number are we on? Okay, we got 7 left. And again, eyes are looking at the floor to keep the spine in a long position. Are we done? 20, sit back, stretch. All right, find your weights or your tabletop. We're moving into our set of 20 rows. Okay, are we ready? All right, friends, sit back, find your position, and begin 20 rows. So you can see Allie is keeping her chest right underneath the edge of her surface. We're using a ballet bar, but this could be easily a swing set, a bench at a park, or a tabletop. She's bending her elbows to draw her chest to the surface, and she's using her feet to stand into to take some of the effort off of her arms. How are we doing? What number are we on? I got out of a lot of these today, didn't I? Okay, that's 20. Set your weight down. Back into our dips. Okay, seated on the floor or seated on your surface. Wrap your hands around the edge and begin 20 dips. Now I want to show you something fun about Allie's floor dip. She can make it a lot harder by sliding her hips out towards me, which is opposite from the platform. Okay, she's going to get a little bit more depth, through her elbow and shoulder joint. She wants to make it easier. She's going to slide her hips back towards her hands, shorten the lever length, and take some of the edge off of her wrist. We good? Is that 20? I think we're moving into round 3. Are you guys ready? All right, so in my classes for Studio 1, I always give the option to hold plank instead of doing the push-ups. If you look at plank, it is the start and finish of every push-up. So if at any point you need to take a rest during our set of 20, I would like to see you do your plank instead of child pose. Deal? All right, guys, last set of 20. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Now on the push-ups, a lot of mistakes are made by having your hands too far forward, okay, in front of your shoulders, making that push-up really hard on the shoulders. Why don't you line up your thumbs with the widest or middle part of your chest? You get more chest work that way and a little less shoulder work. How are we doing? What number are we on, guys? Nice. One more. 20, sit back. All right, I promise you I'm gonna do a whole set of rows. Are you guys ready? All right, friends, whether you're at home with a table or swing set or you've got weights, find your position, your ready position, and begin 20 rows. Now, if you are in this forward bent over position, especially during this last round, make sure your abs are nice and tight so you're supporting the low back. Your hips are behind your knees, taking a little bit of effort off the low back by evening the weight out from the front to the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your weights down. Last set of tricep dips. Okay, guys, you've stuck with me now for the last several minutes. So we're gonna have a water break after our dips. You guys ready? Set, go. 1, 2. Okay, now if you're on a surface, I want you to do a check. Can you feel your hips sliding down the edge of the surface? That means your hips are nice and tight into the bench. You've got a lot of effort in the triceps. Knees are bent. Whew. Oh my. Where are we at, ladies? 19 and 20. Oh, see, if you forget how to count, someone will always do it with you. We're gonna take a quick water break. We're gonna come back for another round. We're gonna have glute bridges, a hamstring, dragging curl, and a split squat. So you'll need your mat, your towel or dryer sheets, and whatever you just used for tricep dips. And we'll see you guys in just a sec. glad to have you back. Hopefully you're able to get a quick water break. As we move into the latter half of our strength training workout, I need you to get a mat because we're going to be laying on the floor. If you don't have a mat, we talked about maybe a towel or a blanket, just something to pad the ground underneath you. We have a hamstring dragging curl, so having a towel, maybe some paper plates or dryer sheets handy. And then again, we'll need our same bench top or step or cooler or dining table, whatever you use for the tricep dips, we're gonna use for an elevated squat. If you don't have anything to elevate, no problem. We'll show you an option to keep that foot down on the ground. Ladies, are you ready? Same sequence, reps of 20. All 3 exercises 3 times through. So this should be super fun. All right, keep your slippy towel next to you. We're gonna start with the glute bridge. So feet are fully planted, heel to toe on the ground. Knees are bent at 90. Head is resting into the floor. Your hands can be one of 2 places, alongside you or above you like this, okay? This is gonna provide a little bit more support if they're down by your sides. This will provide a little bit more challenge, elevated above your chest. So set your body up, head into the ground, hips into the ground, knees at 90, feet firm into the floor. Okay, you're gonna push through your heels to lift your hips, and then you're gonna roll through your spine to set it back down. We've got 19 left. Now, again, the tendency is to look towards the video, and I get it, but really the best place for your neck is with your eyes on the ceiling. There's really only one direction we're headed. We're headed up, and then we're headed down. Just keep pressing through your feet, squeezing your buttons on the top side of that bridge. Ladies, I know my friends are counting. Where are we? Okay, got about 5 left. 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, now you're gonna place your sliding surface, your towel or dryer sheets underneath your heels. Toes are gonna be pointed to the ceiling. Now, these, I'm gonna encourage you guys to leave your hips down to start. We're gonna extend the legs out straight, and then like you're pulling gum off the bottom of your shoe, you're gonna pull the heels into your glutes. There we go. Straighten out, slide in. So this is a very deliberate movement, okay? Like you're moving through water or pushing snow away. So you're deliberately pressing out, deliberately pulling in, so you can flex the back of the leg. Oh, my legs are gonna smile after this. Where are we at? Oh, just 8? Oh my goodness. So activating the hamstring is really important. We do a lot of quad dominant movements throughout our day, walking upstairs, getting in and out of a chair. Basically, daily activity is very quad dominant. So to be able to move into the hamstrings and balance out the strength is good. And last one, right? Okay, now take a hamstring. I want you to roll yourself up. Maybe take a quick stretch, because those really get into the hamstrings quickly. Help yourself to a standing position. Now the elevated split squat. Your surface behind you could be taller than you'd like or lower than you'd like. It's okay. We're gonna elevate the back leg. Okay, the effort is gonna be on the standing leg. If you do not have a surface, you're just gonna take a half step back and still focus all the work into the forward leg. All right, my guess is we have 20 on each leg. Are you ready? Let's go. Now this is a tricky one because everyone's torso length, femur length dictates kind of where that front foot needs to be. You might feel more comfortable being a little bit further away from your elevated back leg. You might prefer being tucked in super tight, okay? So I want you to play with that through the first round, kind of figure out where your footprint needs to be, and then we'll isolate it and keep it for the last 2 rounds. 20, thank goodness. Okay, switch legs. Okay, play around, ready, go. 1, 2. All right, so that back foot, there's gonna be a little weight placed into that back foot, but the majority of the effort is gonna be right here in the front leg. Your full foot just like in a squat, is pressing down into the floor, all four corners. Eyes are forward, chest is forward, abs are in tight. And again, we're finding that footprint that works for us. What number, friends? 19 and 20. Taking it back to the ground for glute bridge. We do have a fun option for you. Starting with both feet. Hands down beside you or lifted above the chest and begin. 20 reps, friends. Now an option for those of you that need something a touch harder. Take one leg, cross it at the knee, and you're gonna give me a single leg bridge. Now you can do the whole set of 20 like this, or at number 10, switch. What number are we at? We're at 10, my friend Jen says. Now if you are choosing the single leg bridge, be mindful that your pelvis is level at the top, that we don't have some part of it sagging. You wanna press equally into the whole foot. Really squeeze the glute at the top. Last one, guys. All right, back to our hamstring drags. Okay, just like we did in the glute bridge, the option always is to do one leg or two. All right, friends, start with your legs extended, hands beside you or above you, and begin. 20 drags. This is not a drag. This is super fun. Okay, option for that single leg. You can always switch halfway or do all 20 on one leg, and then on our third and final round, you'll even out the other side. I kind of like both legs, to be honest. Where are we at, friends? I count 3, 2, and last one. All right, take a hamstring, roll it up. Take a quick stretch if you need it, and then join me standing. All right, so if you remember where your standing foot was for round 1, you're gonna find it in round 2. I prefer my foot tucked in tighter to my bench. You can see Allie likes a wider stance, and Jen actually kind of cuts the middle between wide and narrow, so that's awesome. Ready? Begin. 20. Now, the closer your foot is to the bench behind you, there's a natural tendency to hinge forward just a little, and that's okay. Again, the focus is on that standing leg. Full foot in the floor, chest tall and long, trying to achieve parallel if you can. All right, friends, 4 left. 3, 2, last one. Okay, switch out feet. All right, stand up tall and begin. My legs are burning. Oh, baby. Friends, how are you at home? Are we doing okay? Having fun yet? Have we broken a sweat? I will tell you, this is way more fun with friends, which is why I'm so glad Jen and Allie are here with me today. All right, how many left? They say 3, 2, and 1. Final round of glute bridge and ham drag curls. Ham drags, which is not a drag. Nothing is a drag. We're having so much fun here today. Start with your feet extended. Find where your hands are gonna be and begin. This would be a good challenge to do with your kids, with your family. Just kind of spread them out throughout the house. Let them clean the floor. Jen took the single, oh, are we doing ham glute bridges? No, ham curls. It's okay. Guys, this is like live. This is awesome. Jen decided she doesn't like that being a drag. I'm gonna say we have 5 hamstring curls left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's all right, Jen. I still love you. All right, glute bridge. And I realize now I did it out of order. Totally fine. 1, 2, So it's almost like a live class, guys. Things go wrong. I'm so busy sweating and breathing, I forgot the order. It's all good. All right, so you see my friend Jen took the single leg option. Okay, that's up for grabs if that's your preference. Or the 2-leg option. And friends, where are we? Okay, I hear 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, roll it up, stand up. Last set of our elevated split squat, and then we get to move to abs. My favorite. All right, find your footprint. All right, guys, stand super tall and go. Woo! So much fun. What I love about doing single leg work is you do find a little bit more effort from your glutes. You also get to find the weak links between your right side and your left side. So being able to do single leg work helps even out the muscle strength. All right, 4, 3, friends, we've got 2 left. Last one, say bye-bye to that leg. Final set. Stand up tall and begin. Really glad you guys decided to join us today. This is super fun, way fun. Certainly makes the time fly. And I don't know about you, but I know for certain for me, I work way harder when I have friends. How many? 2, and last one, shake it off. Holy, wow. Okay, everyone's favorite, time for abs. So we will need to be lying down for the whole thing. We will have some plank movements. So recycling that mat or towel from our glute work. Okay, so you're gonna see 20 hip lifts or ceiling stompers. We have in plank, knee to elbows, okay? And then flutter kicks, and we're gonna do those from our back today. Are we good? Any questions? Okay. Lie down, place your feet towards the ceiling. Now, some of us are gonna place our hands beside us. Some of us might need a little bit more support under our hips, and we'll make a triangle or V shape, okay? I prefer the feet flexed, and we're gonna lift our hips 20 times towards the ceiling. Go. Now, these are hard. There's not a lot of momentum that we can use to lift the hips. So don't be surprised if your hip lift is super small. Just make sure that the muscles dedicated to that hip lift are in your lower abdomen. Now, one mistake I see often is people kind of straining their neck and lifting. Do your best to press through the hands, right, to relax the head, and then lightly press the head down into the floor. How many left? That was 20, awesome. Roll it over. Find plank. Now, your plank might be on your knees, they could be on your toes. You might be more comfortable down on your elbows, and that's totally fine. We're gonna bring the knee out towards the side, towards the tricep. 20 total. Are you guys ready? Find your favorite plank and begin. Knee to elbow or tricep. Now, if that's just too difficult for you today, that you're still trying to get the full plank, hold your plank for the length of time it takes us to do the 20 knees to elbows. Where are we at, ladies? Okay, you only have 5 left. And are we done? Sit back. Take it back over onto your spine. All right, flutter kicks. Let's start with our feet lifted. Again, hands gonna be underneath the hips or off to the side. Okay, you can point your toes. I think it looks pretty that way. Flutter kicks, we're just gonna crisscross at the ankles. Now, starting from the top, start to lower your legs until you feel your abs contract, but your spine is not arching off the floor. It's gonna be different for everybody. I think we have about 10 left. 9, 8, 7. Your head is pressing into the mat. The last thing we want to do is stress out the traps or the neck. 3, 2, and done. Knees to chest, recover. All right, legs up. Ceiling stompers again. Hands wherever you need them for support, and begin. Now, to decrease the intensity, you just decrease the lever length. Bend your knees. Draw your knees into your chest. And again, for more support, just press your hands down into the floor. Lightly press your head into the floor. And focus on those deep lower abdominals to lift the hips. Where are we at, ladies? Okay, I hear 2 and 1. Roll it up, roll it over. Find plank your way. Okay, ready? And begin. Knee to elbow. Now, maybe coming all the way to the elbow is too much, but you want to give this a try. Tap and toe on the floor. Just come at an upward angle towards the elbow. Where are we at? Okay, 12, 13, 14. Now be real deliberate. I want you pressing into the ground, okay, to keep the shoulders active. Keep the abs tucked into the spine, and we're done. From the sounds of it, we're done. Okay, lie on your back, feet up. Okay, we'll start straight up. Point your toes to make it look pretty. Ready? Crisscross like applesauce at the ankles. Now start to lower down. Find your working level. It's gonna be different than mine, different than Jen's, different than Allie's. What number are we on, ladies? Okay, depends on how we're counting. How about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Third and final round. This has been super fun, guys. All right, pick your poison. Hands beside you or underneath you. Legs long or knees bent. Ready? Go. There's always this like little voice inside of us that wants us to be able to go really big, but we lose all of our muscular control. So fight the urge to go bigger than you can control. And remember, it's about those deep lower abdominals. Are we done? 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys, plank. All right, we've given you guys a couple options. You can hold plank, bring your knee all the way to the elbow, or do that little toe tap. So this is gonna last you 30 seconds, if that. So find your plank position and begin. We got this. This is the hardest one of the 3. I totally get. The most challenging. But think how proud you will be of yourself if you can finish it. What number do we have left? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guys, you did it. Flip it around for the last set of flutter kicks. Legs up. Hands where you need them. Point the toes because it makes it look pretty. Crisscross like applesauce. Okay, lower your legs down. All right, friends, count. Count. Woo! Draw your belly in tight. Lower it down till your spine can still maintain contact with the floor. Head still lightly pressing down. Where are we at, friends? 2. Oh! Woo! All right, friends, don't go anywhere. We're gonna stretch. This is everyone's favorite part. You've earned it, so let's stay for it. Extend your left leg out, long across the floor. Draw your right knee into your chest, and just hold. So you're gonna get a stretch along the back side of the top leg, your glute, and then your leg that's been extended. Nice stretch to the hip flexor. Now take your leg that's up top, cross it over the body, extend the opposite arm away. Now if you can, try to pull both shoulders to the floor. And again, your eyes are up at the ceiling. Bring it back to center. Okay, take your extended leg, bend at the knee, and then shoot your leg straight up for the hamstring stretch. Now I prefer you grab below or above the knee joint and gently draw that leg towards you, flexing the foot. Oh my goodness. My leg is shaking. Okay, soften the knee. Press through the heel one more time. And draw the leg a little closer. All right, take your ankle, cross it over your thigh. Pull everything towards the chest. Now use your elbow to press that thigh or the knee outward. You get a nice, really, really, really beautiful stretch on the outer hip. I think we did a few squats. Maybe a couple lunges today. All right, guys, draw both knees into your chest one more time. I know this feels so good. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe you could take your knees and make circles, a little massage for the low back. Reverse directions. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. Extend one leg out. Draw the other knee up into the chest. Oh my goodness. This is my tight side. All right, take the knee that's up top, cross the body. And again, if you can, try to keep both shoulders against the floor. Now, I like to take my, the arm that's not being utilized, place it on top of my thigh, and give myself a little extra resistance for that twist. Okay, come back to center. The leg that's against the floor is gonna bend at 90. And the other leg will extend to the ceiling for that hamstring stretch. Grab it below or above the joint. Soften the knee. Press through the heel and draw the leg a little bit closer. Cross the ankle over your thigh. Draw everything in. Oh. The most important thing, the best thing we can do after a strength training workout, you guys, is stretch. It's one thing that a lot of us skip in our exercise regimen, but really, it's super important. It keeps our muscles flexible, helps prevent injury. Go ahead and roll it up. Lie on one side for that quad stretch. As we get older, we tend to lose a lot of flexibility in our muscles, so it's super important that we not skip it. Ideally, stretches should be held for like 20 to 25 seconds. And guys, it just feels good, right? All right, swing it around, switch sides. Guys, you worked super hard today. I'm so impressed, very proud of you. I hope you had fun. I hope you broke a sweat. I hope that our names are being used in multiple sentences tomorrow. Going up and down stairs, possibly getting off the potty. All right, swing yourself to a seated position, cross your ankles. Arms, palms up, reach your fingertips out to the side, and then pull the thumbs behind you. Really get a nice opening through the chest, through the front head of the shoulder. Now turn your palms down, bring the arms around you if you can. Lace your fingers behind you and reach for the floor. You'll have to roll the shoulders back just a little bit to open the chest. One more stretch and I'll let you go. Plant your feet. I want you to hug underneath your hamstrings. Pull your chin to your chest and then round, push your back, your spine to the wall behind you. Let your head fall. All right, everybody sit up tall. Cross your ankles again. A round of applause from LifeTime to your living room. Thanks for joining us today. We had a blast. Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Jen. Have a beautiful day.